Maybe, Caleb, you can just quickly define for us, what is the difference between socialism and capitalism?
Well, there's a lot of confusion about it. A lot of people think capitalism is when you have money, and so they like capitalism because they want to have money, right? They like having money. When they don't have money, they're not happy. And they have money, they have money, so they're happy. So they think I like capitalism because I have money. Well, that's not what the difference is. Go to any socialist country, people have money. Some people think that socialism is giving people free stuff, right? That if I get free healthcare, well, that's socialism. Well, there's many capitalist countries like Britain, like France, like Germany that have free healthcare, free education. In fact, every industrial country in the world, except for the United States, provides healthcare to its citizens, either with a national healthcare service or with a state insurance plan. So, and all those are capitalist countries. So, just giving people free healthcare, giving people free college, looks good, but it's not socialism. The difference between socialism and capitalism is that in capitalism, production is carried out to make profits. We don't have houses because people need a nice place to live. We have houses so landlords and banks and corporations can make money producing them and selling them. We don't have food so people can eat it. We have food so that agribusiness and big box stores and big corporations like Kraft can make money from selling food. We have production organized for profit, and that's capitalism. Socialism is the system in which production is organized to serve human needs. It's when the banks and the factories and the major industries and the centers of economic power are forced to work in the interest of society overall, not just in the interest of profits. And socialism sometimes has a market sector. Sometimes it's a totally state-run economy. Worker cooperative enterprises and profit-sharing entities can be part of socialism, state-run industries. But overall, if production is planned out based on what society needs, that's socialism. If production is carried out for the profits of a small group of people who own the means of production, that's capitalism. And that's the difference, right? And, in many countries around the world that are capitalist, you see the irrationality of capitalism. You see hunger and unemployment aside abundance. Under capitalism, people are hungry not because there's not enough food, because there's too much food. People are homeless because there are too many houses. This is a highly irrational system where abundance creates poverty. In a rational society, self-driving cars, for example, would be a good thing. We'd be happy about self-driving cars because there'd be less work, right? And we wouldn't need drivers. But under capitalism, a technological innovation like self-driving cars leads to mass unemployment. Capitalism is irrational. You need society to control the means of production and plan it out. And it's with socialism that China became a global superpower. It's with socialism that the Soviet Union defeated the Nazis and invented space travel and electrified the country. It's with socialism that Cuba has built a society that has one of the highest life expectancies in Latin America and has wiped out illiteracy and has an amazing healthcare system that's praised all over the world. Socialism has been very successful. Meanwhile, capitalism is crashing and burning all over the world. The irrational greed of a small group of billionaires and bankers who dominate the world is leading society toward destruction, mass unemployment, poverty, living standards dropping. And if we get rid of that greed, and if we have society organized to serve the people, that's socialism.
That's such a great breakdown of socialism versus capitalism that is understandable, that anybody outside can understand. Right now, I'm in the process of rereading Capital Volume 1. And even myself, as somebody who has been on the left for a few years now, it still takes me a while to really sit down, read, and understand. That's not to say that Marx doesn't do a great job. I think he does an excellent job at explaining it. But I think today in the 21st century, it's important to break down these concepts in such an easy to understand way, the way that you present it, because I think also the time is different. Our attention, our minds are much different than they were in the 1800s. We're constantly bombarded with media. We're overstimulated with information. I think some of the topics you talk about on your streams, over socialization, is really good. And we need content that is digestible and easy to understand. And so I think that's a great breakdown.